Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin chart has not done much today. However, we've moved from support into resistance, which is that was the plan for today, basically. If you watched the video today, the first video, then you know we started the day with the price trolling support down here before CPI. We expected volatility due to CPI, and CPI came in quite positive. So it kind of supported the chart anyway, because that at least a B wave bounce was due. So it's not even a really impulsive looking rally. So I still find that B wave to be a very likely scenario, but to really keep that yellow scenario alive, which means we could get another dip into support, which is not bearish. It just means that correction needs a little bit more room. To keep that scenario alive, the rally should remain a three-wave move. It is a three-wave move at the moment, okay? And it's not really a rally, it's more a bounce. At least on the Bitcoin chart, the altcoins show a different picture. But here, you know, it is a crystal clear three-wave move up so far. We have 3 waves down and 3 waves up. Now, if it gets another higher low and another higher high, different story. That would shift probabilities clearly towards the blue count, which is just the roadmap that shows us how we could get out of this. Yeah, how can we take the route higher more directly? Absolutely. The pullback was also in 3 waves. Yeah, as you might know if you watched the previous video. So that means that if the pullback was a 3-wave move, we could break out directly. Absolutely, that's possible. Yeah, because a 3-wave move down is not indicating we need another leg down. Had this been a 5-wave move down, yeah, you know, more clearly bearish, at least short term. So from that point of view, we keep an open mind, but the market has basically done today what it needed to do, a move from support into resistance. Quick reminder, the resistance area is defined between 120,200 and $121,835. So this is our standard resistance area there. And the market might start a C-wave decline from this area. Maybe not yet. Maybe we get a few more upside squiggles, for example, towards 120,695, 121,405, or even 121,835. Yeah, those are ideal, let's say, the next ideal resistances. But as I said, it's all about structure. So a B wave itself, like the yellow B wave, it doesn't really have a target. There are standard resistances we can track, yeah. But as long as it's a 3-wave move, we can class it as a corrective rally. If it turns into 5 waves, then we can start to see it as part of that blue scenario. Yeah. And in the blue scenario, then the low might be in, and we take the more direct route towards 130K. I would then map that out, but it would be part of that. Yeah, it would be probably part of that 5th wave, to be honest here. Which means instead of doing this and then the 5th wave, we bottomed already, and we do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, more directly. But I'll keep you updated about that. To be fair, actually, it would be a diagonal structure, so the 5th wave would be an A, B, C structure. But we'll talk about that as we go along here. And even if we get another dip, I mean, what would that mean? It would mean that we're likely just closing that gap, which is still open, yeah? So there's a gap here in between around 116 to 119K, which is only partially filled so far. So basically that means all eyes now on this resistance area. The move to the upside doesn't even look particularly impulsive, but I'm very open to the idea the low could already be in. We do see positive tendencies in the sector. Just be prepared for another dip. But yeah, higher prices are still very much preferred. This is still a bull market, and we haven't seen any 5-wave move down and no major break of support yet. So that's the update on Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for a lot of additional content, also updates in between videos, some fun stuff, and behind the scenes stuff and community interaction. So check it out if you're interested. Keeps you up to date there as well. The link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.